And then Guru Maharaj says, we are told of all the Acharyas, the first opposition was given from the Vaishnava section towards Shankar's Mayavad by Ramanuja Acharya. Srila Bhakti Rakshitadev Goswami Maharaj tells a short story about Sri Ramanuja Acharya and his desire to deliver the whole of humanity. Ramanuja told, my master, your mantra is infallible. It will produce its desired result. I'm sure of that. So let these persons get released, be satisfied with your fulfillment of life, and by breaking your order, I shall have to go to eternal hell. I'm ready to do that, my master. Because his master gave him the mantra, the Hare Krishna Maha mantra, but his master said, don't tell anybody. And then he received, and then he left his master, and he told everybody, he said, even if I have to go to hell, eternal hell, I'm ready for that. But let everybody else get their fulfillment in life. That is the character of Ramanuja Acharya, among so many beautiful qualities. So here is the audio of Srila Guru Maharaj.
But I don't want country for no. One secluded type sadhu. He has got a lot of mantra, which is at the highest. And Ramanuja thought he must have that Siddha mantra on that Vaishnava, the great Vaishnava Kanchipur. Then he offered, proposed, but at first he did not agree. Then, seeing his earnestness in his prayer, he agreed, but with one condition. What is that? You don't give it to any other person. With this condition only I can give you only this mantra. Ramanuja agreed. This is more extreme case. He agreed to that. But this affair was known in the public. And when Ramanuja is going to be initiated, accepting that condition to Kanchipur, the surrounding place was filled up with so many outsiders, especially the Vaishnava section, followers of Ramanuja. Then the ceremony was finished, mantra was given to Ramanuja. And the Ramanuja came out with that pledge that it should not be given to any other person. But his nature was otherwise. So many Vaishnava people are waiting outside. What valuable thing, my Lord, you have got. Who you want to get? We are very eager to get it from you. That loud cry and demand. That we want to get that most valuable thing. What you have got just now from that great person. And Ramanuja could not keep himself without responding. And he loudly pronounced that mantra to the public. And the Purna was informed, you have given me just now his best for Ramanuja. What have you done? Just now you have given me praise that you won't give it to transfer it to anyone. But within few minutes you broke your promise and made it public, ordinary, publicly announced that mantra which is so sacred and so kept in so privacy. What have you done? What is your explanation for this? He told my master, your mantra is infallible. It will produce its desired result. I am sure of that. So, let these persons get released. Be satisfied with their fulfillment of life, and by breaking your order, I shall have to go to eternal hell. I am ready for that, my master. Yes, that's shown in that Vasudeva Doctor, as he told in Mahaprabhu's Lila. My prayer to you, my Lord, all these jiva's souls may be released and the whole burden of their sin may be put on my head, and I like to go to the hell for eternity. That all of them be saved and enter into the domain of Krishna, that Vasudeva Tattva, and that Ramanuja. Similarly, then Guru, you are burdened, that Kanchi Guru, he was satisfied with Ramanuja. You are an exceptional person, you have come to deliver the whole humanity. So your case is different. I could not understand your nature. It is my fault. I withdraw my caste from you. You go on spreading the name of the Lord, the very temperament of the world. You are born only for that. I am satisfied with it.
Sri Ramanuja Acharya ki jai.
Maybe you want to read from the book, Sachi Krishna?
Yeah. Jai, good exercise. Sachi did it. Did you hear it? Did you hear Guru speak? Yeah, you know the story. Did you hear? Not so good. Did you hear? Okay, I can read the story again in the
script.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because very important Acharya in our line, very important pastimes, very important devotee in our Krishna consciousness. Ramanuja's secret mantra, Om Ajnana Timirandasya Kyanam Jnana Salakaya Sakshur Militanyena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Vanchakalpa Tarupyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gora Trise Namaha. So today is Ramanuja Acharya's Divine Appearance Day, and we're reading something about his pastime, Ramanuja's secret mantra. There is another example of this spirit of risk in Ramanuja's case. There was an Alwar, a South Indian guru, who had the highest type of mantra. Ramanuja wanted that mantra from him. The Alwar told Ramanuja, if you don't disclose this mantra to anyone, then I shall reveal it to you. Ramanuja agreed, and with this pledge, Ramanuja approached him and received the mantra. It had already been announced to the public that Ramanuja was receiving that mantra, and so many people were standing outside waiting. They had heard that Ramanuja had accepted this condition and received the mantra from that guru. As soon as Ramanuja came out, the mob that was waiting there impatiently began asking him, "What kind of mantra has he given you? What is the mantra? Is it of the highest order that will deliver us all?" "Yes." "Then what is it?" "This is the mantra." He gave it out, and his guru chastised him. "What have you done? Don't you know what is the result?" "Yes, I know eternal hell, but your mantra cannot be but fruitful, so they will be saved, although I may go to hell. If you can take this sort of risk, your guru will bless you, and you cannot be doomed. This sort of risk should be taken by the disciple, and only on the basis of that spiritual inspiration. If he does so, he can never be doomed. The eye of the Lord is there, God is there, Guru is there. He cannot but be saved. They cannot leave him in danger and relish thinking, the person who is carrying out our orders is going to hell. Can they tolerate such a thing? Are our guardians living or are they dead? We must be so much selfless that we can think, I may go to hell, but I must carry out my Guru's order. So through me, the word may go on. This sort of conviction in the process, in the mantra, gives us the strength to carry out the work of the Acharya. If I think this medicine is helping me, I'm in the curing process, and this medicine is helping me, then, if I see a similar case, I may hand the medicine over to him. Jiva Goswami says, Jnana Satya Vitta Satya. If you have some money and another person is suffering with no money, if I keep tight my money and he lies fasting without food, then I will be responsible for his suffering. So, if I have some knowledge, if I can help my neighbor but don't do that, I'll be responsible. By not helping him, I commit an offense against society. Once I asked one doctor, do you know about disease perfectly? Then why do you venture to treat a patient? You have meager knowledge. You don't know his body fully. You treat him and you are wrong. The doctor submitted to me, but an answer came in my mind, that if we require every doctor to perfectly know everything about disease, then the whole method of treatment will vanish, because they are all half-knowing and there is not anyone to be found in full knowledge. Should this curing process be abolished? It is not possible. In good faith, with whatever knowledge we have, we must sincerely help others. In that spirit, one may take up the work of Acharya, otherwise he will be blamed. But we must be careful that whenever a guru of superior quality is there, we must help others to accept him. We must not be a trespasser. It is also mentioned in the Hari Bhakti Vilas that when a greater person is available, those of a lower type should not venture to make disciples. Suppose a farmer has fertile land and two kinds of seeds. The good seeds should be planted first. If the better seed is not available, then ordinary seed may be sown. For the sake of the harvest, the better seed should be given the first chance. If we are detached, if we are pure in heart, and if we are selfless, the better seed should always be sown first. The lower kind of seed should be withdrawn. So when a higher type of guru is available to any circle, the lower type of guru should not interfere. Dit is van Srila Bhakti Acharya Goswami Maharaj in Sri Guru and His Grace. Chapter The Initiating Spiritual Master. Very beautiful. Now you understood, right? Then we will continue from The Search for Sri Krishna, Reality the Beautiful by Srila Guru Maharaj. And we were on the title is Rasa, Happiness, Ecstasy. In this way, we have to approach everyone with God consciousness, Krishna consciousness. We must show how God consciousness ultimately merges in Krishna consciousness. We have to prove dexterously, step by step, that Krishna is the reservoir of all pleasure. Akila Rasamrita Murti. What is Krishna consciousness? Rupa Goswami has given a scientific definition. Rasa, pleasure, cannot be avoided. We are all after rasa. Everyone, every unit, even the smallest unit of the world, is always hankering after rasa, happiness, ecstasy, and all possible phases of rasa are personified in Krishna. Try to understand how it is. What is rasa? What is its nature? How can a comparison in rasa be drawn? In this way, step by step, you will have to come to the Krishna conception of Godhead. It is not a tale from the ancient Indian scriptures. Krishna is not the object of a tale, but fact. You have to come out and face that living fact, that reality. We shall try our best to show you how it can be a fact. Krishna is a fact, he is a reality, and reality is for itself. You have to pay for the goal. You must die to live, and in this way you will feel that it's not a hoax. When you progress on the path, you will feel it. With every step forward, you will feel these three things: satisfaction, nourishment, and the eradication of your hunger. Your hankering in general will be diminished. Generally we feel, I want this, I want that, I want everything, still I have not satisfied my hunger. But you will feel that your hunger is being appeased as you progress in Krishna consciousness. And what you previously thought would give you relief will take leave from you automatically. Their trade won't continue. They will all withdraw. Your natural inclination for spiritual advancement will automatically increase, and you will find acceleration in your progress. You will practically feel these three things. So come and take what we say. What are the three things that we were just reading? Gopal? What were the three things? When you continue in your Krishna consciousness, what will you feel?
Satisfaction, fulfillment of the need for rasa, and elimination of the unwanted things.
Yes. The material things which would give you relief before. Now you will find happiness, ecstasy, you will feel fulfillment. There's nothing else what you rather want to do. You will practically feel these three things. Okay, we read that. We are only agents, fruits of energy. We are only agents, and we are working because He has urged us. So we must remember, what is bhakti? What is devotion proper? Whatever I do, the wage I earn must not come to me. I am only an agent. The benefit should go to the proprietor, to my master Krishna. We should move with this idea, and that will be bhakti proper. Otherwise we will be engaged in karmakanda, fruit hunting. I want to enjoy the result of karma for myself. But the result should go to my master. I'm his servant and I'm working under him, under his order. I'm his slave. I'm not the proprietor. I'm not the proper person to be the recipient of the fruits of energy. The master of energy is the Supreme Lord, and all the products of energy should go to him. It must not be tampered with on the way. This should be the attitude of every worker. Then it will be Bhakti proper. We are not the recipients. He is the recipient. We must always be conscious that the only beneficiary is He. Only then are we devotees. We are not the beneficiaries, but selfless workers. It is said in Bhagavad Gita 2:47, you have a right to perform your duty, but you have no right to enjoy the fruits of your work. This is a great warning. Krishna says, do not think that because you are not the beneficiary of the fruits of your action, you have no reason to take so much trouble to work. Never. That is the most heinous curse, to think that because I'm not the beneficiary, I'm not going to work. Even selfless activity is also of a loyal nature. Rather, we must perform godly activity for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord. That is Bhakti, or devotion. And there is also a gradation in Bhakti. There is a big division between Vidhi Bhakti and Raga Bhakti. Calculative devotion, that is Vidhi Bhakti, and spontaneous devotion, Raga Bhakti. So in the beginning, we do it as a duty. This is what we are being told. We are trying our best to do that. And at a certain point, after some years, it becomes spontaneous. It becomes, that's the only thing you want to do. That is what Guru says here. Calculative devotion, you calculate this I can do, till so far I can go. This is my quota for the day, no more. And spontaneous devotion is, you do whatever is being required. And you do it because that is your life. Vidhi Bhakti, and following the rules and regulation, and spontaneous devotion is Raga Bhakti. Autocrat, despot and liar. God is not a constitutional king, but he is an autocrat. To work for an autocrat is the highest conception of sacrifice. What degree of selflessness and courage is required to work for an autocrat, a despot, a liar, who is up to anything? Not only that, his normal position is such. It is not a temporary temperament, but his eternal inner nature. Krishna is an autocrat because law emanates from him. An autocrat is above law. When there are many, there is a need for law. When there is only one, there is no need for law. Krishna is a despot because he is absolutely good. If there is any check in his despotism, the world will be the loser. Goodness must have its full flow. Is that bad? Can there be any objection to this? Goodness must have its freedom to flow anywhere and everywhere. If we say that God is absolute good, then what do we lose by giving him autocracy? Should autocracy be with the ignorant and the fools? No. The absolute good must have full autocracy. Not that law will go to bind his hands. Then we will be losers, and Krishna is a liar to entice us, because we cannot understand the whole truth. So to entice us to gradually come to the truth, he has become a liar. The first thing to understand is that he is all goodness, so everything emanating from him cannot but be good. Any defect is on our side. We are encroachers. He is not an encroacher, but he shows this as his play, lila. Everything belongs to him, so there is no lying. When he says, "Let there be light," there was light. "Let there be water," there was water. If he has such a potential power, can there be any lying there? We have to sacrifice ourselves for Krishna, because he is the absolute good, beauty and love. Faith and selflessness are required to such a high degree if we accept Krishna consciousness as our highest ideal. Then so much sacrifice is necessary. But sacrifice means life, die to live. There is no loss by sacrifice. We can only gain by giving ourselves. So kirtan, or preaching, has been accepted as the means to the end. There are so many ways by which we can approach the souls of this world with kirtan, by direct approach, through books, and by performing sankirtan, chanting the holy name congregationally. By helping others, we help ourselves. We help our own fortune and our own faith. Not only will others benefit by our performance of kirtan, but we will also benefit eternally. Eternal vacuum. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 2:47, "Never be attracted to not doing your duty. Mate sango stu akamani. Because you are required to work for me. Will you stop work? Don't subject yourself to that painful reaction, for then you will be doomed. Don't be attached to stop work and strike. No, that is a dangerous vacuum. Don't jump there in that eternal vacuum, but work for me and you will thrive." Krishna says, "Abandon all variety of duty and just surrender unto me. Sarvadharma parityajam, mam ekam saranam braja." My position is such, I am your guardian, your friend, your everything. Your goal of life is to be found in me. Believe it, Arjuna. At least I must not deceive you. You are my friend, you can take it for certain. Think of me always and become my devotee. Worship me and bow down before me. In this way, you will certainly come to me, my dear friend. I promise you on oath. I am speaking the truth. I am everything. Try to come to me. I am the goal, the fulfillment of life, not only for you, but for everyone. From the absolute consideration, my position is such. At least you are my friend. I won't deceive you. You can believe me, I promise that. How shamelessly Krishna is expressing himself here. He has come to plead for himself so much for our benefit. And a record is kept in the Bhagavad Gita for our guidance. And Lord Krishna came as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to preach about himself. He came as his own canvasser with his eternal associates. He even brought Srimati Radharani, devotion personified, along with him, saying, "I will show how charming your position in my service is, how beautiful and dignified the devotion of my other half can be. So come along with me." And Baladev has come as Nityananda to canvas, and Vrindavan has come to canvas itself in Navadvip. So we are most indebted to the canvasser, especially when Krishna himself has come to canvas and to show how beautiful, how magnanimous, and how sacrificing divine love is. Well, that's very beautiful to end this for today. Any comments?
Being absolute good. I was reminded of a quote. Saying from good no bad, from all good, or from good no bad can come. So I was just thinking of it like Krishna's like the sun, and all the rays are coming out. Like every ray that's coming out is all good, because the source is all good. So everything coming, all the rays coming off of the source are also all good.
Yeah.
So it's just like such a...
Can you repeat that? That was very beautiful.
Huh?
Can you repeat that? That was very beautiful.
So what she was reading was about, Guru Maharaj was saying about the Krishna being all good, and I had written down, was hearing a talk of Guru Maharaj, and he had said, from good no bad can come. From good no bad can come. So then the example that I was thinking of was like the sun is all good, then Krishna is all good, like the sun, and then the rays are coming out, and every particle, every ray that's coming out is also all good. So we're receiving those rays of goodness all around us, but we're interpreting them in our selfish and in our own way. We're interpreting that in different ways according to our own self-interest and everything that is non-Krishna. So we're thinking something is good and something is bad and something is bad and something is worse and something is terrible and something is uncomfortable. We have all these interpretations of what's coming to us from him, but actually if we take shelter of the higher vision of what Gurudev is trying to show us and enlighten us, that everything that is coming is, coming from all good, from good.
Gurudev also uses this word, he's an autocrat, he's a despot, and he's a liar. Like an autocrat, because there's nobody higher than him. He has the full power and love and everything, because there's nobody else. So he's the autocrat. He's also despot, because all laws come from him. But it's all good, what Braja explained so beautiful. Everything is all good. And he's a liar, because that only enhances the pastimes of him, like stealing butter and being a bit in the pastimes with his beloved devotees. We hear like beautiful pastimes, a bit cheeky and a bit funny and a bit joking, and it's all very good, So, yeah, very nice. Because he owns everything coming from him, so that's why these words like autocrat, despot and liar are being used, but it's all good. We have to just accept it and we will see. It's so nice. Who is going to sing Hari Adaya? Maya?
Radhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Rupa Sanatana Bhakta Raghunatha Shri Jiva Gopala Bhakta Dasa Raghunatha Ichar Gosal Kori Charana Vandana Gaha Hoite Vinana Shavishta Purana Ichar Gosal Jara Hui Tara Rasa Dasa Vara Pharare Gora Panchagasa Tadera Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanevasa Janame Janame Mora Priya Priyasha Chai Gosai Jave Vraje Koilavasa Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Gaurila Prakasha Anande Bolo Hari Vraja Vrindavana Shri Guru Vaishnava Pare Vajari Ramana Shri Guru Vaishnava Pala Padma Kori Asha Hari Nam Sankirtana Kore Narottama Dasa Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari
Jaya Sabai Karsi Sikhu Kuranga Sundar Radhapur Raju Ki Jai. Om Vishnu Patsila Bhakti Nimal Jai Maharaj Ki Jai. Om Vishnu Patsila Bhakti Sudhadev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Om Vishnu Patsila Bhakti Rakak Sudhadev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Bhagavan Sila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai. Sri Rupa Nuga Guru Bhaka Ki Jai. Acharya Sila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Sri Acharya Vrinda Ki Jai. Sabashara Sri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Sabashara Sri Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Govardhan Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees Ki Jai. All glories to the world devotees Ki Jai. Sri Ramanuja Acharya Abhibhav Nine Lords of Ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai.